Hey everyone, my name is Ryan Hamilton and welcome to my YouTube channel. So this is my first ever video as a makeup artist. I did have an account once upon a time and I did a singing cover.
Waking up in the morning, thinking about so many things. I just wish things would get better.
Who hasn't done a singing cover and like thought they were the one and then posted it on YouTube? That definitely was me, and I think I did like a vlog or like a Q&A or something as well once. But those are very much deleted, gone, see you later.
Delete that footage.
But yeah, welcome to my YouTube channel. I hope you all really enjoy it. This is a new adventure for me and I'm really excited to see where it goes. So for my first video, I just thought I'd do a get to know me sort of tag. So I have like 30 or so questions on my phone and I am just gonna go and get straight into them. If you want to keep watching and you like the sound of that, then please stay tuned. Okay, first question is, what is your middle name? And my middle name is actually Ryan. So my first name, for anyone who doesn't know, is Tyler. And my middle name is Ryan, but since basically the day and hour that I've been born, my name has always been Ryan. There is a bit of a story about that. So basically, where I'm originally from, there used to be, or there is still, a cheaper shoe shop called Tyler's. And my uncles always used to joke to my mummy that she named her son after a cheap shoe shop, so she just was not happy with that. And she decided to just call me by my middle name, which is Ryan. My favourite drink. So my favourite drink always changes. Right now I'm loving Ribena of all things. Like I just can't stop drinking it. Like I have a big bottle of it in the fridge to like use for like delicious and stuff. And then I'm really liking Dr. Pepper at the minute, which is even an odder one, but I've always liked Dr. Pepper. I'm probably a weirdo, but sure. And then my favourite alcoholic drink, I am a gin person, and then I love a good chalk pop for a shot. Favourite book, I used to be a big reader whenever I was younger, but I'm not so much anymore, but my favourite book was The Perks of Being a Wallflower. So, favourite movie, I would call myself like a bit of a movie buff. Like I do love a good movie and I do love a good TV series, and like I basically live in the cinema whenever the pandemic wasn't a thing. Like I would go to the cinema by myself. But I have like maybe 4 or 5 from like different genres. So my favorite Disney movie is probably Hocus Pocus. My favorite like coming of age movie is The Perks of Being a Wallflower, obviously. My favorite movie, just cinematically, like it's just so decadent, like I just love it so much, is The Great Gatsby. My favorite horror movie is Sinister, and then my favorite action movies are probably like The Fast and Furious. Yeah, I'll go with that. And my favorite Marvel film, favorite TV shows, I just watched Behind Her Eyes. That ending, if you haven't watched it, go and watch it. It's only 6 parts, so good. Like there needs to be a second series. I love it so much. It's definitely the X-Men, but now it's Captain Marvel. I'll go with that, Captain Marvel. Favorite DC movie? Wonder Woman. The women just do it for me. They're just the baddies. They're just so good. Like there's just so many like Netflix series and stuff. But like my favorite sort of genres are like action, comedy, a little bit like supernatural thrown in there. Things like that there. That's sort of what I gravitate towards. Favorite colour? So hands down, my favorite colour will always be like a baby pink, like a really pale blush baby pink. I just love it. It's my favorite color. But my favorite color right now is like nudes, beiges, like taupes, brown. That's my like new favorite color, but like forever and always it'll always be baby pink. My favorite animal, so my favorite animal is a sea lion or a seal. I just think they're really cute. I love the water and I love like fish and mammals that like swim in the water. And yeah, I just think sea lions and seals especially, they just remind me of dogs, and dogs are like my favorite land animal. But there's a question later on of cats and dogs, so the next question. Cats or dogs, but I love cats too. My favorite perfume, so my favorite perfume would probably be Tom Ford Black Orchid or Tom Ford Velvet Orchid. I just love those scents. I think they're pretty recognizable as well. Like you know immediately if somebody's wearing Tom Ford Black Orchid, or at least I do. So yeah, Gorge. Do you have any siblings? So apparently not a lot of people know that I actually do have siblings. So I'm the oldest of 5. A lot of people seem to think that I'm like an only child. Do I give only child energy? Like, I don't know. But yeah, I am the oldest of 5. So I'm 23, my brother Connor's 21, my sister Eva is 15, she's turning 16 and she may turn 16 by the time this video goes up, so I'm not 100% sure, but she's 15, turning 16, and then my 2 youngest brothers, Nathan is 11, and then Joshua is 9, but he's about to turn 10. Okay, so favourite YouTubers, so I used to watch YouTube whenever I was like, it was like 2009, it was a whole different type of space. It was like comedy videos like Jenna Marbles, sketches like Miranda Sings, Joy Graceffa, like all them ones. But now for the past like 5-6 years I've like basically only watched beauty, lifestyle, the odd bit of comedy here and there. But some people that I'll just never stop watching are the likes of Jamie Genevieve, Desi Perkins, Katie. I really love this guy called Galax. He's like a male fashion blogger, like he's just so cool. Who else? I love Olivia Neal, Flossie, Lewis. I'm really into Jack, Rachel, like Jack Emery, and then Rachel Leary and Madison Sarah at the minute. So yeah, just like the beauty lifestyle, and I'm now starting to watch a little bit more of like the UK beauty lifestyle more than the US. I don't know, they're just my vibe at the minute. PC or Mac, so I recently invested in a MacBook. I got one just before Christmas time, and it was a little treat to myself because obviously I'm embarking on this new adventure, so I'm a Mac boy. What phone do I have? I have the iPhone 11 Pro Max. This is by far the best iPhone. I haven't tried the new 12s, but my sister has one and I don't, like, the screen's really yellow, whereas like this is just the best of the best. But they've actually discontinued the phone, so I don't know why they've done that, because like the camera and everything, it's just so good. How tall am I? So I am 5'11". With my hair, I'm probably just over 6'1". I'm literally always in a chunky shoe, so I'd probably say like 6'2", but like without shoes, and like whenever my hair's a bit flatter, 5'11". Do I have any pets? So I currently live with my housemate and one of my really good friends, Emer. We don't have any pets at the minute, but back home I have 2 dogs. One is called Daisy. She is the oldest. She's like 11 or 12 now, she's so old, but she's just a wee dope, bless her. And then I also have Ollie. Ollie is a pup. He's like maybe just over 1, maybe 2. He's a Cocker Spaniel and he's just the light of my life. I love him so much. Like, he is the most photogenic dog I have ever seen in my entire life. Like, I just love him. Like, he's just the best. Like, oh. And then Daisy is a Lhasa Apso and she's just so adorable, but she has these like busted teeth. All I think about whenever I see Daisy's teeth is that line from RuPaul's Drag Race.
Was your barbecue canceled? Your grill is
What started your journey into makeup? So this is a little bit longer one. Whenever I was 17, I just sort of started to get interested in makeup. Like, I've been watching like beauty YouTubers and stuff like that there, and at the time my really good friend, one of my best friends in school, Tammy, she was really good at drawing eyebrows, and like eyebrows were the trend, you know, scouse brows, like the really carved out Instagram brow. Like, it was just, that's what everyone did back then, and it was really starting to take off, and I just wanted to know how to do it. So I asked her to teach me how to do it, and she taught me, and she was really good at doing them. Like, and they were nice, they weren't like ugly. So I was like, yeah, she's the girl to go to, let's learn. And so I tried to recreate that, and it just never, it just was not the same. And I used to run about school with these eyebrows, and you could not tell me that I was not the baddest bitch with these eyebrows, but oh my god, it was a train wreck. Like, if I can find photos, I might embarrass myself and put them in, but if you know, you know. And like all my friends and like all the people in like the year below and stuff would always tell me like, oh my god, Ryan, your eyebrows are so cool, like they're so nice, like you're so good at doing them, like teach me how to do them. And I'd be like, oh my god, like I'm just so good at doing my eyebrows. And like, if you know me, I don't like whenever my glasses cover my eyebrows because I just think you look like you've got no eyebrows then, and that's kind of weird. So back then like the top of my glasses were a little bit like thicker, so you could only just see a little bit of my eyebrows. So what I decided to do basically was to draw in my eyebrow as thick as my eyebrow like naturally is, and then draw them like basically twice as thick so that you could see them above my brow. It was an absolute train wreck. Like, if you think my brows look thick now with them laminated, imagine this, but just pure dip brow. Well, it's, oh my god, traumatized. But from there, I just got more into makeup. Was watching more beauty YouTubers, stuff like that there. And then it was actually RuPaul's Drag Race of all things. Like, it really got me interested in like doing like drag makeup and stuff like that there. And then typical gay, like, sees RuPaul's Drag Race once and wants to be a drag queen. But it really got me into makeup. And then whenever I was doing my A-levels at Belfast Met, I just decided, do you know what, that's what I want to do. So I enrolled in the Paddy McGurkin 9 Week Academy, and then the rest is history. So yeah, that is basically a very quick synopsis of a couple of years. Do you want kids? I am neither here nor there on kids, if I'm being completely honest. I always thought that I wanted kids when I was younger. Like, I had this idea, like, I wanted 3 girls. I wanted them to be called Rose, Violet, and Lily. Like, I wanted them to be like the Flower Sisters, like Flower Power. Like, I just thought it was so cute. But as I've got older, like, I just don't know if kids are for me. Kids are cute, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not hating if you want to have kids. But because I don't have a strong desire to have kids, I don't really think it's a good idea to then have kids, if that makes sense. Do I want to get married? Same sort of idea. I do like the idea of getting married, but as in, like, I like the idea of like a wedding day, but I don't feel like I need marriage. If the person that I'm with wants to get married, then I will absolutely get married, but like, I could take it or leave it. Like, it's just not that important to me, if I'm being honest. I don't need a certificate just to say that I'm going to spend the rest of my life with somebody. Like, I can show my love for that person in 101 other ways. I feel like we're stuck in this idea of like, we're supposed to do A, B, C, D, E. You know, we're supposed to, you know, grow up, go to school, go to high school, do our GCSEs, do our A-levels, go to university, you know, get a job, have a, you know, find a partner, you know, have kids, get married, get a house, get a car. Like, it's like, you know, you have to follow this like map, and like any variation of that map. You know, some people, you know, have kids before they get married. Some people go to school after they have kids, you know, all those sorts of things. But like, it's all variations of the same thing, and you sort of have to tick off those things to have like a successful life. And I just don't think you need to do that, and you should just do things that you want to do, not that you feel influenced to do by other people. Yeah. What year were you born? So I'm 23, I was born in 1997, and I will be 24 in June. Did I go to uni? No, I opted not to go to uni. I did my A-levels once, decided I didn't want to go to uni. So basically, like, didn't go to school as much, all that sort of stuff. Still revised for all my tests, sat every single exam, but just didn't do that well because obviously I just stopped putting the effort in. So I decided to repeat my A-levels after some light encouragement from my mum, and same thing sort of happened. I was halfway through and I was just like, you know what, this just isn't for me. Like, I don't want to go to uni, so what's the point? Did slightly better the second time around, and got into my second choice, and I was very, very smart at school. Like, you know, I was good at school. I take in information very well, and I can apply it very well, but it just wasn't for me. And I realized I was like, I don't want to go to school for like another 4 years. So yeah, it just wasn't for me. So I did my 9-week training with Paddy, and then just started working, and now I work for myself. So, you know, I think it was the right decision for me. My coffee order. Okay, so my coffee order is like stupid and it's annoying, but I feel like Emma Roberts in Scream Queens whenever I order my my drink.
I'll have a Trenta no foam 5-shot half cap, no foam, pumpkin spice latte with no foam at 210 degrees.
So I like an iced caramel macchiato, typical gay iced coffee, but with oat milk. I like it with a blonde roast. I like light ice, and I like extra syrup. So, or like extra drizzle. If you haven't tried it, go and try it. Also really good with coconut milk, but I just prefer oat milk. How many countries have I traveled to? Okay, so I've been to Spain a few times, Portugal, Germany, France, like England, Scotland. I think that's it. So we'll say 7, 6 or 7 countries. I wanna, like, that's my main thing. Like, I've never been on like an adult summer holiday. Like, I've never went like on a lads trip. Not that I ever been on a lads trip or a trip with the girls. Like, why did I go for a lads trip first? Like a girls trip, you know, like, or like even a gays trip. Like, I just haven't been on like one of those, like, where, you know, you go and get drunk for basically 2 weeks. Like, I've never done that. And I just really want to do that. Like, I don't want to do just that, but like, I want to go so many other places. I want to see the world. You know, we've been put on a big halt here for like nearly a year, and I just really, really, really want to go and travel. And I've always wanted to travel, and just things have been put off. But now there is no stopping me. My celebrity crush. Okay, so like, off the top of my head, like Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd has my heart. He's my baby daddy. I love him so much. Like, if you don't, like, you, like, Paul Rudd, like, if you know, you know, like, he's just, and he gets finer with age. Oh my God. Michael B. Jordan. Chris Evans, obviously. Aaron Taylor Johnson, obviously. Channing Tatum, obviously. My boyfriend, obviously. You'll kill me. What is my star sign and do I relate to it? So I am a Gemini. I'm not the biggest like astrology person. Like, I don't know. I follow a few astrology accounts on Instagram because they make me laugh. But like sometimes, like a lot of the time whenever they like write things, you know, about like Geminis, or like, you know, do like the Instagram posts and they're like about like each sign. Like, I relate to like a lot of the stuff they say about Geminis, but like it could be quite generic. Let's find out what my chart is. My sun is in Gemini, my moon is in Taurus. I don't know what any of this means, but there's a lot of Geminis and there's a lot of Tauruses. So take with that what you will. And finally, a fun fact about me. So if you know me, you probably know this, but if you don't know me, I have a birthmark on the side of my head. It's just here. I don't really know what it is. I've seen a few people with it as well. But whenever I was younger, like, a lot of people used to think that I was like burned on a fire, or like, you know, some people thought I was like, I fell asleep on a radiator. People thought it was my brain, like, coming out of my head, but it's just my birthmark. It's always been there. People don't really know it's there until you like meet me and then they see it. But yeah, that's my fun fact about me, and that completes this video. I hope you enjoyed this first little video, this little get to know me. If you did, please subscribe, like the video, share the video, do whatever you want with the video, and yeah, I'll be back soon with some more content and some more videos. I've got a good few ideas coming up and some ideas in my head. If you'd like to see more of me, you can also find me on my Instagram, which is Ryan X Hamilton. My TikTok is also Ryan X Hamilton. I don't use Twitter. So that's all you really need to know. And if you have any video ideas, please let them be known and put them in the comment section. I'll be chatting there if anyone wants to have a chat. And if not, then I will see you next time.